boys and girls. Hope you've had a good weekend. Welcome to day 16 of the ongoing Cold War campaign with New Zealand, and I am happy to say that there is some excitement in the game. So, what is that, you're asking yourself, dear viewer? Well, the world is divided into one huge block, an alliance, a hugbox alliance under Mexico, with its huge amount of almost 600 units, a gold army as large as I ever seen in this game. Anyways, well, Mexico wants me to attack China, and I'm not that eager because that would mean I would lose my India and Southeast Asia, and those are valuable areas to me, so I'm not interested in exchanging that. I could probably hold Philippines, maybe take Japan and hold the coast. Now, that's not a good strategic policy, and also China has been a nice guy in this campaign, more or less. We did a border exchange, so the border now looks much nicer. There is 4 hours until the daybreak, and we'll see if I can. There are a few you see the red striped provinces here that are kind of pulsating. They have a revolt chance. That is a new feature. So you can immediately see on the map that these are the provinces I got from China, and they might turn back to him. But I'm trying still with my puny level 1 armored cars to garrison them as some infantry, etc. So in 4 hours this border should be settled, more or less. And as you can see, I shared maps with China. China has nothing in the north, very little in his course. Well, he has a lot of navies and nav bombers, and most of his land units are heading to the west. And that's because the Middle East is a furnace of activity. First we have Brown here, which is South Africa. They invaded and cut me off from Jauf, the north of Saudi Arabia, which annoyed me greatly. And also Ethiopia, still going strong, not in his course, but with a pirate base in Madagascar, has not only landed here on the coast, he also had a few provinces on here, but he lost them to I think rebels, and he tried to land there, and this morning I realized I was at war with Ethiopia, and that's because Ethiopia has pushed from the border between Syria and Saudi Arabia kind of into here and up through here, and now he killed an anti-air gun here because I pushed this way yesterday, and now here he's coming with 3 strong militia level 1. So he declared war on me, and he's supposed to be in my alliance. I don't have a lot of respect for. I don't fear him. He's basically out of the game already. But South Africa has pushed up and taken quite a lot of Turkey. He's probably feeling pretty good about himself. He grabbed the northern corner of Saudi Arabia, all of Syria, Jordan, and southern Turkey. So he got a very nice land grab in the Middle East because he cut me off. And his smug remark was as follows: that this is a free-for-all game, and all you can grab policy, and he refused rites of passage, so I couldn't get through him and get up here, so he screwed me out of my one. That annoyed me very much. I don't consider him a friend. I consider him an enemy since then. Mexico is moving 13 units, remember that, boys and girls? We can see South Africa has railway guns, but 13 are moving to the coast here, Richards Bay. And why is that? I don't know, actually. I am still sharing maps with Mexico, but I am very disappointed though that he allowed shows their face again, Ethiopia, to attack me. So I really need to get rid of Mexico being able to tell South Africa. Oh, look here, South Africa is now moving their huge Air Force, 18 airplanes to the south. Yeah, they're probably expecting something here, or I think they're kind of up to it, that I'm not interested in attacking because China. Let me read you. I think by the time you watch this, unless you're live, but if you watch this on YouTube, I think this will be past these events. So here we go. China, no. Mexico informs me that here's the Alright, first Yukatia, what's it called again? Were about to attack me, according to him. Yakutsk, well, it's actually called East Yakutsia. Let's call it Yakutsk. Yakutsk was heading down there. He was heading out on the oceans with lots of artillery. It's pretty weird. I don't know where he's going. I think he's going to Africa. But he wouldn't tell me. He just sent troops into my territory, and I got really nervous. Because he's an ally of China, and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I don't know, I'm just sending my troops somewhere. You don't think you need to defend Alaska versus USA, maybe? Like, nah, I'm just gonna send 27 artillery out here in the Pacific Ocean without any naval escort. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. That's not what I. So, anyways, Mexico then tells me that like China is about to attack me, and that I should strike first. I should take Korea. I should take Japan. Yeah, I just get the impression that China wanted to use me as a meat shield for himself. Like, I am attacking China now. Are you really? I thought you were fighting in Turkey still. Because at this time, the entire Middle East was like not conquered, and it's like attack now, attack now. Like, no, there's gonna be, if you were to help me with versus China, it would be at least like 2 days for you to even get close. And so yeah, did not quite appreciate that kind of like, hey, you are an idiot, aren't you? So jump this high now. So anyway, I've been talking to UK and China, and they're not very thrilled with Mexico's huge golden army. So it's kind of forming up to Europe, Asia, and Australia, or New Zealand. And what should I call myself? Well, New Zealand. We're kind of taking a stance versus the hegemony of the gold army of Mexico. And me personally, well, first off, I want Madagascar. It's kind of in my sphere of controlling the Pacific. No, this is the Indian Ocean, sorry. And also I would like the African coast here, because it's the same. You know, I could move my capital to maybe Ceylon here, Colombo, and control this ocean. Would be nice. Well, so at least I'm glad if that, you know, I could either fight China or I could fight Africa, and I prefer to fight Africa. So diplomacy is going on. I pulled my garrisons out of Japan and Korea mostly, and pulled them back to defend. I put up a submarine screen around my islands here. I'm still a little bit scared that someone's gonna do like a sneak landing on some of my islands, but it's a long way to go, and it's a high risk attack, and if I spot them, I have plenty of naval bombers, and for that purpose I have started to build a few air bases in strategic locations out here on certain of the islands. And so even though it's gonna take a while, I can get my naval bombers over here, and I have a navy here at New Guinea, Jayapura Navy, and then I have a Philippines Navy, so I have 2 squadrons ready in the Pacific, and then I'm sending 1 squadron over towards the west, towards towards Saudi Arabia, and my fourth and last naval squadron here with some troops is heading out into the middle of the Pacific. And where do you think I'm going with that? Well, we'll see. Yeah, Jupiter, don't spam my chat. Well, I'm doing a little bit unconventional. Well, I'm researching rocket fighters level 1. As you know, they are only level 2 maximum. It's only on day 14, so they've been available for a while. It's gonna take me a full day to research them, and they're very short range. They're only 300 attack range, so they're very short range, but they're very powerful with 36 attack. Is that it? I thought they were even better. So they attack other air with 36. So remember that, and we'll check regular fighters, the ones I have now, level 5. They attack air with 17. So, okay, so they're twice as good as my current fighters in fighting. But obviously the range is an issue. These guys go 450. That's not such a difference. But the end, in a couple of days, I will have the highest level, level 7. They can go 550, so almost double the range of the rocket fighters. And they're 28, so almost as strong. Price-wise, I think they're about the same. So, considering we are not that far away from maximum level, this is maybe it's not the most efficient use of one of 2 research slots to do the rocket fighters now. If I'm being honest, I'm a bit hesitant, but now I'm doing level 1. I might as well do level 2. Anti-air level 5 is nice. Soon I could do the maximum level and get really awesome star level 6 anti-air. There's so many different maximum techs opening up on day 18. Oh, that's actually... that's a full day ahead. It's almost day 17. So... But I think what I should do really is... I should probably push for cruisers, so that when day 18 comes around, I go for maximum level destroyers, and then when day 20 comes around, I have done 16 one day, full day, so that I can do maximum cruisers, because they have awesome 26 anti-air. Yeah, I hope that so. Okay. Resource-wise, I'm still stuck at 1700, 1500 manpower, 1700. I haven't really, as you see, you know, I'm not advancing. I'm not getting any new territories. I can hardly afford to build any new factories because I need to do military build-up and defensive build-up and naval build-up and research. So my economy is strained as New Zealand. I compared to my new South America game, Goyas. And I'm 3 or 4 days ahead in this campaign, but I am actually already lagging behind in resource production compared to that other game, which is going... it's not as opposed or challenged as this is. What else? Well, I mean... I'll tell you what happened, since this is one of those a bit longer streams. So, when I was moving up here into this thin corridor of, I guess, Iraqi, which had been taken by Syria, I think, I encountered Syrian troops were rushing into Basra and Kuwait all of a sudden. And my slow garrisons were just going too slow. So I panicked and got really annoyed and mad at South Africa, at the AI, at everything. Like, I've been grinding and grinding and grinding in Saudi Arabia, and I'm not getting anywhere. I'm just constantly having those unpleasant small little surprises like a unit popping up here, revolts, Ethiopia trying to invade, Saudi Arabia cutting me off. Um, like Saudi Arabia had one province with left with some Stuka attack bombers, and would they defend themselves versus these guys around him? No, he would constantly bomb me down here in the south. Like many small annoying little features, details going on at the same time. Okay, nah, these guys are not gonna last very long, are they? So I could either break out my tanks now, I probably should, and roll them over and, you know, micromanage a bit now in the evening, and re-grab my Ramadi. I lost Ramadi. Oh, no, there's still some buildings down there. Yeah, annoying Ethiopia, but they'll pay in the long run. Oh, you see, Mecca now has an air factory, so I have an airbase. Yeah, because I have my very bad attack bombers. I have 5 coming here. I have 7 in total. They're really bad, but they have a decent heavy and light armor attack, and maybe one day I get to upgrade them, and they're basically a defensive unit in case something lands and tries to rush in, like an armored car or light armor, you know. And I could hopefully use these and take them out. It's not great, but it's what I can afford to have to defend this area at the moment. And because now I can't really spare another navy around here. As you see, I built quite a few forts, and oops, sorry. Yeah, and it's a juggling act, a balancing act of resources all over the place for me. I have to be honest. But now sharing maps and being in agreement with China has allowed me to like move everything out that's not vital from Southeast Asia. I only have like 1 infantry unit per town, more or less. Well, not even that. And these armored cars, they might look impressive because there's a lot of them, but they have very bad combat values because they're only level 1. Look at how old and skinny their wheels are. But anyway, they can be upgraded, and they're fast still, and I can potentially send them somewhere. You know, African plains. Plans within plans within plans. Yeah, lots of bunkers, anti-air. Yeah, this is a lot of rambling going on, but I feel I haven't known where this campaign was heading for a few days, and now I kind of have a feeling where it's going. So the question is, oh, look at this, Obok is empty. It's a town. Should I invade it? Maybe sacrifice, you know, I probably should, right? Don't you think? I don't have, I should probably grab that town. I won't be able to keep it, especially since air units would just pulverize any garrison, so maybe it's not just such a good idea, and to grab a beachhead here. I have to think about that. I mean, you don't want to waste units, because they are resources and time. It's not a good idea. I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah, I have, as you can see, I have very low, like 20,000 manpower. Yeah, I mean, I'm using all my resources. I'm not stocking up on them, which means I'm juggling well. I'm building whatever I can with my resources. I'm not wasting them. Point-wise, I'm a bit behind China, and obviously Mexico, but I'm still ahead of United Kingdom. So I guess I'm not as powerful. The world's mightiest army. Look, South Mexico is at 29%. He has 29% of all the armies in the world. I am at 12%, so I'm in second place when it comes to army strength. I'm not sure how that's calculated, but I got info that China has about the same amount of units as I do, 250. I mean, I have 250 as well. Europe or UK only have 150. But together, that's, if my math serves me, 650 units in total in Asia, Europe, and New Zealand. Now compare that to what South Mexico got. He's got this. No, he doesn't have 650. He only has 580. So, you know, but then he has South Africa and all of South America and Canada. Well, Northwest USA and Quebec. So Northwest USA has a huge navy, but as you remember, he lost like 60 land units trying to land up here a couple of days ago. So strength-wise, if there was a war between New Zealand, China, and Europe versus Mexico and the rest of the world, it would be fairly equally balanced. Thing is, Mexico just gonna. He told me that he's just gonna buy nukes and he, spend gold and just nuke everyone. So he's a wallet warrior. His Visa card is burning, hot, glowing red hot. If I were to show you New Mexico's armies, they're all upgraded as well. It's not only that he has all these units. And I finished one artillery and it was already starting to be built, so it's not built from scratch. And it was 2,000 gold. And as you remember, gold is like 50,000 of them is 18 euros. So, God, he spent so much money playing this map. And if you win a map, you get a few thousand, maybe 2, 3, 5,000 gold. So it's not like you gain by... Yeah, it's very hard to make a positive profit from playing this game. You have to be very careful if you want to do that. Okay, that's 22 minutes of rambling and ranting, and I don't quite have a point for day 16 really, but I'm looking forward to the development, and we will see what will happen, and things might break out in a big way, because as you can see there are very few AI nations. Oh, Quebec is in Africa. Okay, they're taking out North Ural. I don't know why they haven't taken out Siberia. Maybe Siberia is an active player and he's allied to China, I don't know. Oh, Sweden? It's an active player. Nope, it's not. England, UK is taking Sweden out now. Good for him. So, now you know everything about the current campaign of New Zealand on day 16 in Call of War. Like, comment, subscribe, etc. And have a very pleasant evening, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.